Hello, it's those Utah sisters, and in this video, we will be explaining how to play the game Top of the Tower with your class. So this game is super easy because all it requires is this PowerPoint template that we provide, a worksheet for all of the students, some type of dice. We recommend multiple. We like to play with giant dice or inflatable dice because it makes it more fun, but any dice will work, and you probably want more than one. And then you'll need a game piece for every team. And then at the bottom under frequently asked questions, we kind of recommend some game pieces. So a game piece is going to be something that the students can physically move that would be attached to like whatever you project the PowerPoint template on. So if you're projecting it to a whiteboard, you can just use an expo marker and they can like mark a little circle. I project to like a magnetic board, and so I just use a laminated like cardstock circle, and then I put a tiny piece of magnetic tape on the back. That's pretty fun. People use post-it notes because those just can be moved and they restick by themselves. And then if you're really extra, because this game is themed after Tangled, which I'll show you in a second, some people print out pictures of Flynn Rider and then they put a piece of tape on the back of him and use that. So like Flynn is the one climbing up the tower because we're using Rapunzel's tower. So those are all the supplies you need. Okay, when you click on this PowerPoint template, it's going to open up to this. Remember, we create these games in PowerPoint. They are not meant to be played in Google Slides or Microsoft Slides. So you're going to want to click File, create a copy, and download a copy to your computer to be able to play. Okay, so I've downloaded the copy. This is what it looks like. You'll click Slideshow from beginning and project it on your board. Then the PowerPoint is never touched after that. The game starts by everybody needs their own worksheet, and then the class is divided into teams. It can be up to 7 teams, but you can have less than that. Every team needs to be assigned a tower. So if I'm in like team 3, I'm assigned the pink tower right here. If I'm in group 5, I'm assigned the green tower, etc. And then we all need to put our game piece, again, this is projected on the screen, down here at the bottom of the tower, not on the board yet, just below it, and that's how you start. And then you want all of the dice somewhere at the front of the room. Like I said, I play with giant inflatable dice. I just have 3 of them. They're just sitting on the ground in front of my whiteboard when we play. So very basic. Okay, the game starts by everybody working on their assignment. They can work individually or as a group, whatever you determine is best. In my class, I have them work individually. As soon as they complete a question, they check it off with me. If they're correct, they go up to the board and they roll the dice. I'm going to pretend I'm on the pink team, and let's say I rolled a 4. So I would take my piece and I would physically move it up 4 spots. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then it would stay there. I would go sit back down and continue working until me or someone else from my team checked off a problem and was able to go and roll. Then let's say someone on my team goes up there, they check off a problem, roll it, they get a 5. So they would move our piece up 5, continuing where I left off. So now they're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Someone else comes up, they roll a 2, they'd go up 1, 2. Then it's my turn again. I get back up there, I answered a question. Let's say I roll a 5. My problem is 5 spaces would take me past the top of the tower, and the way to win is you have to land exactly at the top. If I roll a number that would take me above the top of the tower, I go all the way back to the bottom and I have to continue my roll from the bottom. So I'm going to show you again. If we were right here and I rolled a 5, I'd go 1, 2. Oh no, I'm past the tower. So I go back down here to the bottom, 3, 4, 5, and then I would leave my piece here. While my team is working, all of the other teams are also working, and we're all just trying to race to land exactly on that top square. The first team that lands perfectly on the top of the tower is the winner. So again, if they landed perfectly on this purple dot right here or this purple box on any of the towers, they are the winner. Okay. So that's kind of how the game works. Again, the key rule is that teams must roll an exact number. If not, they bounce back to the bottom and then continue the extra spaces moving up again. It's super easy. We give you a recommendation for inflatable dice if you want to buy your own inflatable dice, recommendations for game pieces. And then just to reiterate, the game has a maximum of 7 teams, but you can always play with less teams than that. If you give this game a try in your classroom, be sure to tag us at those Utah Sisters.